Well, I was born in Western Australia on a farm in the countryside
Okay.
to Christian parents
Oh,
and taken to church every Sunday,
okay. That was at the age of
22.
Christianity and Buddhism connected in any way.
And so I actually had a lot of interest in death.
Okay.
When I was working for an organisation, our organisation in Australia,
Yeah. What does Buddhism teach about death?
death, if you
Okay.
have a very developed mind, you can choose your rebirth, you can choose your parents, you can choose where to go. But as an ordinary person,
Buddhist monks get to choose their next birth.
firstly, maybe I'll say that I was a mother. I had 2 children
Okay.
and I have 6 grandchildren,
Oh.
husband and 2 children, and the story goes on. So then with my
Yeah.
husband, to raise the children, give them good education, and I always prepared them. I told them that one day,
Till now you are happy. You made a good decision.
very good decision.
Yeah. Like what brings you happiness like this? Physical appearance of a monk or a nun.
Not having hair. We don't have
okay.
hair, it's a sign of renunciation.
Namaste.
Namaste.
What is your name?
Gyalmo, Annie Gyalmo, my nun's name.
Okay, what should I call you?
Gyalmo.
ഗൗമോ യാ ഗൗമോ എന്നാണ് പേര്. ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ ആയിരുന്നു സ്വന്തം ദേശം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ നിന്ന് എങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിസ്റ്റ് നണ്ണുണ്ടാകുന്നു എന്നുള്ള ചോദ്യം പലപ്പോഴായി കേൾക്കാറുണ്ട് ഗൗമോ. സോ അത് തന്നെയാണ് ചോദിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. യു കമ്മിങ് ഫ്രം ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് പ്രിറ്റി സ്ട്രേഞ്ച്. ഹൗ ക്യാൻ എ ബുദ്ധിസ്റ്റ് നൺ കം ഫ്രം ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ? ഹൗ ഡിഡ് യു ഫൈൻഡ് ദിസ് വേ?
Well, I was born in Western Australia on a farm in the countryside
Okay.
to Christian parents
Oh.
and taken to church every Sunday, learned quite a lot about Christianity, but I had many questions.
Okay.
Why do young animals die? Why do young people have problems? You know, they're just born. God makes perfect. Then somehow, why all these problems? So I had many questions. And the minister, church minister, told me, wait till you grow up, then you will understand.
Okay.
So at 18, I thought, growing up now, still no answers. Yeah. So then I decided to go travelling. And then
Okay.
I actually trained to be Hatha yoga instructor in London. So I was already very interested in Eastern philosophy. And
Okay.
I looked into Hinduism, but somehow didn't really connect with it so well.
Okay.
And then I had a chance to go to a Buddhist monastery in the north of England. And at that time, 2 Tibetan lamas. I didn't know what a Tibetan lama was, had no idea.
Okay.
So Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Lama Thubten Gyalmo. And they were my first teachers. And
Okay.
then after 2 or 3 days of listening to Lama Zopa Rinpoche talking about karma, death, impermanence, so many answers were coming. Very,
Okay.
very interesting for me.
Okay, that was at the age of?
22.
Okay, fine. Is Christianity and Buddhism connected in any way?
Connected in the way of loving and compassion and being a good
Okay.
person. I learned many good things from Christianity, but it
Okay.
didn't answer my big questions. You know, why God made us and why we're not perfect. Yeah, I had many, many questions. But
So, in Buddhism, all these questions were answered?
most of the questions were answered. What I can't answer at the moment is because of my own obscurations, my own
Okay.
delusions. But no, it was very logical. And maybe I can say at this point, from a Western perspective, we don't have the devotion so much as the Asian people. They're born into the family and they have this incredible devotion, maybe, you know, but
Yeah.
not based on understanding. Western is more cynical. Question,
yes.
question. Yeah?
Yes. Why? How?
Yeah, 1 + 1 has to equal 2, otherwise it doesn't
No.
stand up. Yeah. So the Western mind's very attracted to Buddhism because of the logic, because of the analysis, using the mind to analyze things and to understand things.
Yeah. What does Buddhism teach about death?
Death?
Yeah.
Many things. One, that it's natural. It's going to happen to all of us. It's part of the cycle of life, this life,
Okay.
next life, going forward. And so I actually had a lot of interest in death.
Okay.
When I was working for an organisation, our organisation in Australia, we had a Dharma centre, Buddhist centre,
Okay.
and small city, and we had hospice work. So that
Okay.
was actually involved in, you know, caring for the dying people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I had no training, but Lama Zopa Rinpoche, my teacher, said you should help these people. Go sit with them, talk to them, not push Buddhism, but understand them and let them talk about, help them to relax, help them to meditate. And
During
so-
their last
Yeah,
time.
or at any time, you know, if they're sick, maybe
yeah.
terminal illness. And then I became very interested in the whole death process. And what I found in Buddhism was a complete, especially Tibetan Buddhism, I found the complete answer of the death process, which I never found before. What happens when we're dying, the process, the dissolutions that our body goes, then the subtle part of, and then where do we go? What goes on? So that was very, very interesting for me. And also mind, understanding mind. It was very important. I see that as the foundation of everything. And how mind and karma work together, which I already talked about karma. So this was a very attractive point for me, karma. It answered so many questions. In the news, we see this happens, this happens, this happens. It doesn't tell us why. It just tells us facts, this is what happened. But karma answers those questions of why.
Okay, like what exactly happens after death in your belief?
Well, I'm not the most qualified person to speak about this, but I definitely believe that when we're dying, we go through this dissolution process of the elements of the physical body and the subtle body, and then our last thoughts, especially the last thought, whether it's a virtuous thought or a non-virtuous thought, is what we call a throwing karma, throwing us into our next rebirth. This is for an ordinary person. If you have a very developed mind, you can choose your rebirth, you can choose your parents, you can choose where to go. But as an ordinary person, it's dependent upon my karma, and especially at the time of my death.
Okay, so does Buddhist monks get to choose their next birth?
Well, I can't say whether all Buddhist monks, but definitely those who have worked very well with their mind have a lot of realizations. Yes, Buddhist monks, Buddhist nuns, Buddhist people, Buddhist practitioners. If they've practiced and developed their mind to that extent.
How exactly? Through meditation?
Through meditation, through practices, through study, through understanding, and then implementation in the life. You know, not just knowing the knowledge, but living the knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, if I am, I want to start meditation, what should I do in the first place? What advice will you give me?
You haven't done any meditation before? So I would ask you, why do you want to practice meditation?
To get some peace of mind, be a peaceful person.
Yes, and that's often a reason why people start. And of course, this is possible, but it's a very small part of the whole practice of meditation. It's a very good starting point. But to have a regular practice, to get proper instruction, to sit even 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day, build, and then you have more interest maybe in what is the mind, how does the mind work, how does it function. So then your meditation can develop so that your wisdom and your compassion, all your good qualities will expand.
Is being a Buddhist nun better or difficult than being a Buddhist monk? Like, if you're not comfortable answering, I can cut this question.
No. Firstly, maybe I'll say that I was a mother. I had 2 children. And I have 6 grandchildren. But when I first met the lamas, when I told you in England, I saw these robes and I said to Lama Zopa, I want to be a nun. I had no idea what it meant, but I was very attracted
to this robe.
To this robes. But then I had an ordinary life. I had a husband and 2 children, and the story goes on. So then now I'm so happy. I mean, I had a commitment to raise the children with my husband, to raise the children, give them good education. And I always prepared them. I told them that one day, maybe I want to become nun. It was always, I kept this wish in my heart. And then at 55, I'd actually gone to work in Mongolia. And then Lama Zopa Rinpoche sent me a card and said, this year is a very good year to become nun. And Rinpoche remembered our conversation from 1977. So that was many, many, many years ago. 1977. So then I was ready. I left my family, and not in a bad way, with good communication, but I was ready to move on. So then being a nun for me is wonderful, absolutely wonderful, to be able to give more time, more focus to really learning Tao. I don't know much, but to be able to have that time and that leisure, to be able to attend teachings, to meet with teachers, to do some studies, and also to guide some meditations and introductory classes, which is what I do in Mongolia.
Till now you are happy. You made a good decision.
Very good decision.
Like, what brings you happiness like this? I really don't understand.
Well, we've just done a wonderful retreat on compassion and loving kindness, and in a very special place. I mean, for years I've been hearing about Kerala because of an Ayurvedic understanding, a little bit of Ayurveda. So I was very interested in Kerala, and then this opportunity came. And here we are. And then I just think, oh, so fortunate. And the happiness comes from doing practice together, especially in the presence of esteemed teachers, guides. It's really special. And then other students all around different parts of the world, we come together, we practice together. Just joy arises.
Yeah, so you're happy staying in Kerala right now?
Oh, yes, very, very much so. Wish we weren't leaving so soon.
Yeah, next time during Agasthyakoodam season, all of you should visit again.
Or maybe I'm too old to trek. You said it's difficult.
Yes.
So maybe I'll have to trek in my mind.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Yeah.
You guys can literally trek in mind.
Yeah, in the mind. Yeah.
So, can I ask you something? Like, when you come to Buddhism, is there any written principles like you should do this, you should do that? Any written rules and regulations in Buddhism?
As a nun or as
Both,
Okay,
like as
so
a nun and
maybe I could talk about vows or commitments that we make, promises not to do. Like as a lay person, you have 5 lay vows. Then what's called a Getsuma, like a nun. We don't have full ordination in nuns in Tibetan Buddhism. And then we have certain vows that we promise to keep. And they're all to help to shape our mind in a virtuous way. It's not like some kind of rules that, of course we should never break them, but it's actually more of a protection and a guide to steer our life in a very positive direction. So if we don't do those things, then as Geshe-la was saying, we are creating positive imprints in our mind. These positive imprints give rise to happiness, to joy, not only for you, but for the people around you. When you meet people, everybody feels if somebody's happy and contented.
Yeah.
True?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, apart from this robe, is there any rules regarding the physical appearance of a monk or a nun?
Not having hair. We don't have hair. It's a sign of renunciation. We wear the robes. We wear them correctly.
Okay. Oh, is there any correct way of wearing this robe?
Correct way of wearing them. Yes, as you see, we're all wearing them correctly. But
like when I look at all of you, I think everyone is different. I don't know. Maybe
different
my
faces.
perspective, like about the robe. Maybe my perspective.
well, for example, like Rinpoche, Geshe-la, they have the yellow patch in. This is called a donka.
Okay.
Our top shirt. Then this is a sign of somebody who's studied, who has great realizations. Yeah.
Okay.
So in my case, I just have the burgundy. This is the sign of Getsuma. Yeah. Getsul is the male, Getsuma is female. And interesting, many articles I see, they just talk about all the Buddhist monks. But there's 2 of us here, we're Buddhist nuns.
Yeah.
And so we have this ordination of 36 vows, same as a male monk, but then there's the higher ordinations in the male monastic community.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the story behind this robes and all.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for spending this much time. Hoping to see you again, maybe next
you.
year. Thank you so
very,
much.
very much. Thank you.